Okay. And we are back in it. We are going to be doing a fan sculpt of a character from a TCG I have. Probably my favorite TCG. It's known as Chaotic. It is a TCG that happened a long time ago, and due to greed, uh, ended up fading into obscurity. Basically, what had happened was there was a company known as 4Kids Entertainment. You probably know about it. They had basically a deal with Chaotic uh, to bring it to America because it was originally called. It was still called Chaotic, but it was basically a different game. And then it's like, hey, we're going to take this and we're going to change it up a little bit, so that way it's going to it was a reboot. And this reboot was had a show to go along with it, and a show and the TV were symbiotic and basically affected each other. So you couldn't really have one without the other. It quickly rised to the top of the TCG. It had basically first fully functional and free, uh, and I mean fully functional and free at the same time, online place where you can actually play the TCG globally. So things like Hearthstone, even things like Master Duel and the Pokemon TCG app wouldn't really have the strides it does today without them kind of like laying out the groundwork. Because there was some online ways to play things like a Yu-Gi-Oh, but as far as I remember, it's like it had to be paid, and you were lucky if it worked. Like you had to have like a dual pass. You purchase a dual pass, and then if it worked, great. If it didn't, too bad, so sad. So this is where Chaotic really took it and had a amazing mechanic as well. In this honestly deserves the whole topic, and I'll go into it in a bit. I want to get started so that way we're not just looking at a floating red head. I'm gonna set this over here real quick. I'm sitting now. Earlier, so we are going to get started. We're going to be making a creature from the Underworld tribe. And that creature is a starfish known as stelgar. I actually have some reference for it, and I'm going to go ahead and pull it up now. Not what I wanted. I have to go see. Here we go. Yeah. I did a mock one here. I had an idea of what I was doing. It doesn't look the best, but it serves its purpose. You can see, it's actually going to be deployed down here. Basically just a starfish. Fairly simple. I didn't have to do anything. I just did the overview of kind of like, okay, what am I going to need? I'm going to need 2 of these body parts, basically. I have to have a layer separated for that. I might be able to come in, or I'm going to have to make a head layer, and then of course eyes. These details here, I might have to have it separate layers, or I'm going to have the same layer. So, I guess I have it planned out here. There's a few other ones in there as well that I plan on trying to get to. If you like to see it anyway. We have that's Stelgar from the show. The card art. He didn't have his spikes until later on, and this is the first season. They had a different animation style, and I think they used Flash for it. And then later on, I'm not sure who wanted to change it. It was either 4Kids did, or to make it look more like the other programs they had, anime. Thought I had the actual card. I do not. I have this one here. This was from a later season. See, they include the spikes and everything. So that's my references. I'm actually going to use references this time. I'm not going to just freehand it. And then if you look at one of the cards from the show, So this is what the cards more or less looked like. There was a little bit more information here. This is where the energy would go. So basically knowing how much health these creatures had. And right here was something very unique. It had a digital code. That is where you upload it online, so that way you can have the card for your collection. Because one of the great things about Chaotic, and one of the things it's probably one of the best things about it, and really helped curve something like with out of the way. Things like no, okay. Things like Yu-Gi-Oh! And Pokemon and even Magic, there's sometimes you start to see decks over and over and over again because especially with things online, people are using the same cards, they're going out and purchasing the same cards. So it's like, okay, am I gonna see this one or this one? Like you see a few alternating. You saw that only a little bit with Chaotic because there are some creatures with abilities, like how she has the ability to sacrifice another creature and she'll gain energy. She'll heal energy. There's different gain. She also has Swift 1, so she can move an extra space. Chaotic was a little bit of a TCG mixed with a tabletop game, and it was great. So it used also a little bit more strategy than just pulling something out of your deck and hope you got lucky. There's a lot more that goes into it, and there's definitely other places you can look for all the rules, but brief overview for a game I like. And for some things I'm going to start making from the TCG and show series. Eventually we'll probably get to Takina. I like Takina. I like her better red than I do yellow, but that is a situation for another time. So here's where things would be different. It would be stats, and including the stat down here, they would change. So to put it in terms you might understand or something, it'd be like, oh, you want a blue as white dragon deck. Well, you may not get, it's like, oh, you watch someone and they have this blue eyes. It's like, oh, great, I want to make that deck. In Chaotic, it wouldn't be that easy. Because just think about it, these stats changed depending on the card, which is why the code was so unique to each one. Because maybe you had higher courage, maybe you had better power or wisdom, and maybe the deck that you saw someone use was a wisdom deck, and then it's like, oh, this card doesn't have good wisdom, it had power. Well, if I wanted to try to do what they did, I now have to either try to compensate, or I just have to completely choose something to swap out. And that's one of the great things about it is you couldn't, for the most part, copy someone exactly. You can get close, but not exact, and even just 5 points difference could make or break the match. So imagine if you had a blue eyes and you saw someone use, so you're gonna get a blue eyes. I'm going back to this. I completely sidetracked. I had to go back and explain this. Saw someone use it. You want to make that same deck, but then the blue eyes you get, you saw all of his blue eyes with 3,000 attack, but it's like you get one. It's like, oh no, this has 2,500 attack, but 3,000 defense. So it's like, well, now I have a weaker attack, but I have a stronger defender. It would be things like that, where you would have some minor differences that could completely change the way you would need to, create an army or a deck. Which is one of the great things about it. I really love Chaotic. So this is not the one we're going to be working with today. We are going to do something simple, just a starfish basically. So we'll go ahead and move these out the way. Nothing go right here. Perfect. We're going to go ahead and get our angle snapping, and we want to get this center at first because you want to try to get those limbs as proportional and as equal as possible. Because we're going to do a little trick where we're just going to copy basically the body that we're about to make and just shrink it down a little bit so that way we can look at my reference. So we can basically shrink down the body a little bit and take, or we can try to do something. Well, we could try to do that. Well, I might do that. It might be a little easier. We'll see. So I got to make sure that my play layer resolution is down. Oh, maybe not that low. We'll do 4. We'll do a resolution of 4. Ambient, I love the this TED Talk. I'm glad you love the TED Talk. Chaotic is supposed to be coming back, so that's something great. So maybe we can learn to play it together. I can show you. It's on tabletop as well, so I can show you there. So we're going to go ahead and then head back over here. We're going to get this as center as possible. Strength up. Strength up. There we go. We're going to bring this down a little bit. We're going to stretch out. And we also need this here, because we want to try to mirror. That is about... Oh, I did not have point lock. And we do not have the color I like to use. So that was not good. I mean, you're missing out. We're going to go ahead and head back to the scene. This one here. We want point lock on. That way we're not going too crazy. For the body, at least. The body, I just... There we go. We just got a simple ball right now. That's all we need at the moment. So what we're going to do now is actually we're going to take off the point lock we just put on. And we are going to go to our move tool. Give it just a smidge of fall off so I can try to get a point. We're going to change the size later. We're going to bring our strength up to about maybe 70. We'll see how that goes. We're going to come over here to the top. The top is good. I clearly did not eat. Whoop! Look at it. I don't think I have that turned on. We'll just have to look at it. I'm about to cough, so give me one quick second. So we're back. That is a little off from what we want. A little angled. I want it to come back a little bit. I want to try to get it straight. I also don't want it all... Go. Now that is not too bad. We got one end of what we need. Over here to the sides now. That is just about, and that is on. Yeah, looking at it. This is going to be probably the longest part of it because we need to try to get these limbs close to exact as we can. I'm actually just trying to be more personal. One. Not center at all. We're going to try to get at least the body done. I wonder if yeah, I am. Okay, good. Good. I'm still on. Perfect. All right. So here we are. Days. There we go. Now that is pretty much perfect. Same thing over and over again. That is... There we go. Doing good so far. We got one part left to do, and this part is trickiest. Tricky dickiest. Because you don't want to pull it too much. Eventually, I might have to go back and make these smaller, actually. Just because of it. This part is the hardest. Ah! There we go. Coming out at an angle of everything else. Because we're going to cut this in half as well, so find up. Spot. Gotta make sure. Bring you in. Bit of a chunky stelgar. Get worse. No. Like I said, this is going to take the longest part. Getting this right. That is what. Have this right. If you don't have this right, it's all going to fall apart. We'll try to do our little trick. Short. Even? Are we even? Oh.
Meet Joe A, hi. Joe B, hello, and
That's the problem.
Three everyday Joes perfecting their
Why?
banking with Chase. Joe A is locking his lost debit card with the Chase mobile app. Joe B is
My stomach is a rumbling.
And Joe C's Chase banker is helping him budget to go back to school. Tools that help protect, support for what's next. One
Boy, at least body blocked out. Don't have his body blocked out. We just wasted time.
Messaging and data rates may apply. JP Morgan Chase Bank and a member FDIC.
There we go. Not We are just about even. Ah. Where's my smoothing? There's some smoothing in here. Whoops. Controller will cooperate with me. Go ahead and get place. We got it now. We got it. We Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Everything. And that can do it. All right. We got that first part done. We're going to go ahead and we're going to copy it. First, we're going to save. That's going to be the first thing. Save. Go ahead and go home. Save. Just going to name it Stelgar. File saved because I don't have much going on right now. And camera go. Hello. Alright. So now that we got this done, we got our Stelgar ready to go pretty much. Oh, that'll look good. That little bit will really make a difference. Make it a little bigger. And then we lost it. Now let's do. That is close enough. We can work with it. That's gonna be fine. I'm not gonna spend all night on that. I'm too much of a perfectionist to try to spend all night on it. So we're gonna go ahead. We're gonna scene. Oh, it came down here. We're gonna name body 1. There we go. We're gonna go ahead and copy it. We're gonna rename this body. There we go. And now we're going to go and save. Because that wouldn't be a pain otherwise. Oh, I'm back. There we go. Just did a little stretch. There we go. I think we need a little camera. You can see my eyes get. So here we go. We got our nice little body. We're gonna go ahead and hide body 2. And back over to body 1. Play. Flat out erase. We're gonna make sure we're using our square. I don't have point lock on. We want to turn our point lock back on. We want to try to keep this as perfect as possible. The whole reason why we spent so long trying to make sure it was perfect. We come a little offset. There. I didn't accidentally delete that. Oh, I didn't. Okay, good. We're good, we're good, we're good. Go there. Back here. We're gonna give him a little bit more of a dump truck. A little bit more. There we go. Try to get some more of that, There we go. There we go. There we go. They actually got our bulged. Oh. But I don't.
Makes taking it easy even easier with everything you need to kick back and relax all in one place. Specs has lower prices
Okay.
than Texas's largest selection of world-class wines.
Let's increase my smoothness a little bit.
Cold craft beers and seasonal seltzers. You can even fill up the cooler without leaving the couch. With same
Boone is trying to give
you order
a little bit more
online
back.
or through the app.
Really dumb.
Times done right. It's Specs. The fun starts here.
Oh, I already got it. That's good there. Okay. Now let's see here. I might do that on the other one. Now that we did that, we're going to go ahead and save. We're going to do a lot of saving. There's so many things that are so particular. We want them saved. No questions asked. Save it. There we go. Take a drink. Okay. Get our camera ready. There we go. I am laying down right now. I'm not laying down, I'm sitting down. So I'm not standing like earlier. And now we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna turn this back on. See, now we got everything back here. What we're gonna do, we're gonna shrink. I said we're going to shrink. Jerk. Put this on. There we go. There we go. There we go. There we go. I got the shrink down a little bit. Things. Oh, is it because I have this on? No? Here? So we shrunk this down now. Try to make sure it's even as can get. It's. Definitely off. You jerk. It is wanting to be a pain today. Think about it. Oh. Okay. We got it now. So now we got to extend these limbs. Now we have basically what is going to option. That extends. Okay. And since that was a pain, you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna save. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Now that that's done, we're gonna go ahead and head back over here. Move tool. I'm point locked. Oh, point lock. There we go. We're gonna come back over here to the move. Out. I can back further. And there's some things we're probably gonna fix, and we'll come in with a bulge tool. We're gonna come in with the bulge tool, and then we'll try to get it taken care of. That way, all we did was extend the leg. That way, it extends further. I'm just gonna not lined up properly. So that's what happened there. I wasn't lined up. Go ahead, come in here. Fix it again. Getting the body right is probably this part of any. And again, divots in. We'll go ahead and we'll use the bulge tool, and we'll fix that in a little bit. First things first, we gotta fix this. And there we go. I messed up because do a lot. Sometimes it just gotta fix it a little. Oh, that one so bad. We're gonna try this one more time. There. We're gonna try this one more time. There we go. There can work. Here's where we're gonna bulge things out just a little. But first, this was a very tedious to try to get the where they need to be. We're still not done yet. We're gonna give it little. We'll have to bring our camera up. That scene, I don't want. Okay. So even actually, you can tell from my vision. You can definitely see from the line. We're basically just gonna give it a little bulge and hope that that fixes things. All we're gonna try to fix it. We want to block out the body, and then I think I'm. Bulge. There's my bulge. We're just trying to fill out divots. A little bit more natural, but again, stelgar is organic, so he's not going to have this perfect symmetrical anatomy. We're not going to have these perfect curves, have perfect design. Stelgar is not perfect. In fact, he was a science experiment from Omar, an overworlder. In the World of Chaotic, things were separated into tribes. Overworlders, who are basically people who are kind of have more of a moral sense. We have the Underworlders, who are basically strong, heavy hitters, but they can come at a price. Usually in the sense of recklessness. Usually they'll have high energy to go along with it, so it's like you have to basically go in there, hammer them, and try to get as little damage done to you as possible. And then you have Mepedians, which are basically lizard beings, or kaijus. And they usually didn't have the highest energy, but they have things like stealth that would allow you to surprise your enemy, or get a free hit in to then weaken your opponent to almost the same level. That's not too bad right there. We can work. I'm basically just trying to do a subtle draw. I'm not trying to do like big, making sure that everything's perfect and all. Because I don't want perfection to say. Trying to give a have to remember that organic beings aren't perfect, flawed. So if Stelgar's a little flawed, okay, so I think we're ready. But again, that was a process. Big ones. There we go. That way it has a little bit more fat to it. Whenever I'm ready. Why can't I move it? Okay.
Hey, music lover. Imagine if
So we're gonna go ahead and
your playlist wouldn't exist. If
Alright.
marketing and finance never talked, wouldn't hear this ad.
should be okay. We'll go ahead and give that a little shrinkage
Asana lets you collaborate
on that side because
by making sure you
that's
and your
good.
team can see everything you're working on in one place.
Good.
And it's as easy to get started as pressing play on your favorite streaming station.
There we go.
Now, isn't
So
that
after that, we're good there.
.com to try
That should be okay. That all should be good. Go ahead and save because that was something very tedious, trying to get portions right. And we're about to be ready to start working on the face. We're gonna do the same thing we did on the back. That's where we're gonna bring in the face. First, save. Okay, good. Alright, and now we're ready to start erasing. Oh, I want my... There we go. I don't want to... Might have to shrink it down a little bit on some sides. Why? It's just being a pain. Much. Special. Okay. Perfect, but that's okay. And you got that done. So, oh, and I didn't have the camera anyway. So we're gonna go ahead. Save. Now the head may have a lot more detail, so what we're going to go ahead and do is I think not want to crazy. So we'll go ahead, we'll head over to Steam. I'm going to make a new clay layer. Just going. Oh, 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 my angle snapping. Oh, we lost the layer. Okay. Make a new layer. Shrink her down. There. Good do. Where's my mirror? It's on the other side of it. Why is my angle snapping going away? Oh, my mirror's gone too, so maybe I could have even been in the right spot. Let's see. I was in the right spot. My mirror disappeared. Everything disappeared. We're gonna label this head. There we go. Stelgar is another happy boy. And this obviously is too small. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna come over here. I'm going to increase size. So I can. Stop. Just about. Let's see here. We're gonna go ahead and increase this size a little bit. Bring it down. Okay. Bigger. Just trying to get a good look at it. That looks like that can work for our purposes. Because we're just doing a little fan sculpt. That's all we're doing. Let's see here. What do we got? Okay. We're gonna go ahead again. We have the basis of our head. We're gonna go ahead and save. And the Quest 2 battery is low. Lovely. Okay, so with the Quest 2 battery low, I guess we might have to take a break at least, perhaps. All in all, we have our body blocked out. You're not over there anymore. All in all, we have our body blocked out. I was going body details before I started working more face. And getting some of our suction cups down. Getting those things are basically our claw kind of things that Stelgar can use to grip on that other creatures. we're gonna give him a little bit of a smile. He doesn't have much of a chin, but he's got some DSLs. Has some eyebrows, or some eyes, no nose, so he's pretty flat for the most part. We're gonna have a lot of details trying to get some details in when it comes to the suction cups. Right now, this is all we have. We have the body blocked out, kind of. I'm gonna go ahead and take a quick break. I'm gonna try to eat something so I won't grumble. Give the headset a little bit of time to charge, and we'll see what. It is 12 o'clock, so I might try to hop on for another 2 hours. How much of a charge get, and because I want to work on Stelgar. I really do. I want to work on it. So, yeah. If you're here, thanks for watching. Hopefully I will be back shortly. After that, I don't think I will be tomorrow, but definitely I will be back on Sunday. Definitely back Sunday. So, we'll go ahead and